Hello, everybody. It's the dark of the moon on the 6th of June, and we got a baseball game here. We got the Milwaukee Braves taking on the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati, Ohio. And we got the starting lineup for the Milwaukee Braves. Leading off, playing right field is Lee May. Batting second, playing second, Frank Bowen. Batting third, playing third, Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth, playing center field, Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first base, Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, playing left field, Frank Thomas. Batting seventh, doing the catching. Joe Torre. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Roy McMillan. And on the mound, doing the pitching, batting ninth is Carl Wiley. And for the hometown Cincinnati Reds, leading off, playing shortstop, Eddie Casco. Batting second, playing second, Don Blassingame. Batting third, playing center field, Vada Penson. Batting fourth, playing right field, Frank Robinson. Batting fifth, playing left field, Jerry Lynch. Batting sixth, playing first base, Gordy Coleman. Batting seventh, playing third base, Gene Freeze. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Jerry Zimmerman. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth for the hometown Cincinnati Reds is Bob Purkey. Let's get this game started, folks, on the dark of the moon on the 6th of June. See if we can have us a convoy here. Alrighty, here's the first pitch to Lee May. And that ball is hit in the left field for a base hit. Lee May gets aboard here for the Braves. Start this game off. Brings up Frank Bowen now. Here's the pitch to Frank. And Frank's going to drive this ball in the left field also. What's wrong here? Purkey. Let's see. And that's a single in the right. And May's going to find himself headed down the third. Just like that. Braves got first and third. Nobody out for the big boys. And that'll bring up Mr. Matthews here. Here's the pitch. We got a problem here, folks. Let me save this and we'll be right back here. None of the notes is showing up here. Let's go back here. I think I know what's wrong. We got it on Status Pro here. So we'll change the end game here real quick. Just noticed that. Could have done that in the menu, but I wasn't paying attention. So we get rid of the hide that. We go back. And we resume the game, and we should be good. Yeah. Yeah, we're good now. Now all the notes is in there. Okay, now we got first and third for Eddie Matthews. Here's the pitch to Eddie. Can he drive in May from third and get this ball game started? Good for the Braves. And that ball is hit to second. And he lifts his glove at the last second. That ball goes under his glove for an error. And that That's going to score May on the E4. And Frank's going to try to get down the third here. Let's see if Frank can make it down the third. And here comes the throw from Frank Robinson. Oh, that didn't work. Let's see here. What did I do wrong here? Okay, so we got an error on the second baseman. That ball is hitting the goes in the right field. And it's saying the same thing here. What are we doing wrong here, folks? Okay. Happened here? Everything got disappeared. Darn it, now we got an E4. There we go. That should do it. And here's the throw from Frank Robinson. And he gets Frank Bowling. Well, you're supposed to get Frank Bowling out at third here, and that didn't happen. So let's go back here. Yeah, Frank was supposed to be thrown out at third. So let's undo this. Get him thrown out at third. Comes up at, all right, let's go here and see what the command says. Maybe you're not going to be able to do it that way. Let's check out the error command here. Sorry about this, folks. I guess on an error, it's not going to let you. Not going to let you get him thrown out. It looks like that's not able to be done. Don't think it's going to let you. Let's try it this way. Let's try it this way, folks. E4. See if this will work. Didn't look like it did. E4. See if this gets him thrown out at third. Nope. Goes down there. Damn. This is going to drive me batty. Going to drive me batty. Hey, Bob, Tim. Sorry about this, guys. Trying to figure out how to get Matthews on an error. Made a score. And Frank Boland to be thrown out trying for second. I can get him down the second safely, but I don't want that. I want an E4. We're on first. Thrown out at second. Third. Let's see if that works, just that part. Nope, he stops at second. I don't want him to stop at second. I want him to go to third and get thrown out. I guess I could do it this way. Guess I can do that. We'll do it this way. E4. Just do the E4, get him on there. Then we're going to, let's see here, how can I race him? Just racing from the base. Then I'll go back and manually give Robinson an assist and freeze a put out. Race runner, just literally type in the word erase. So that's what we'll do here. We'll erase the runner at second. Not the best way to do this, folks. We'll erase the runner at second. And we'll advance the runner from first. And we'll advance the runner from first. One. And we'll go in here to the box score and go to the extended box score and give Robinson an assist. There's Robinson. There's Robinson. We'll give him an assist. Give him an assist. Okay. And we'll give Gene a put out. Well, first you need to give him a put out before you hit OK, Dwayne. Sure. Okay. Gene a put out. And let's see what the scorecard looks like now. That's the only problem. It doesn't show bowling on the scorecard, but oh well, that's the best we can do, folks. Sorry about that. At least we got the base situation the way we want it. Well, it's not. There isn't 2 outs. There isn't 1 out, is there? That's not good. So let's go back here. didn't give us an out. So how are we going to get him out? I need an out to show up, or it's going to make me. I know how we can do this here. All right. We'll get him thrown out, stealing third, and then I'll take that off E4. We'll do a double steal. We'll do call it stealing R2. Stealing. Okay, and then we'll advance. Gives us the out. And then we'll advance Matthews. This is way too much time doing this. Way too much time doing this. Okay, now we'll go back in here and we will edit. Okay. Go to extended box score. And we are going to edit Zimmerman because he's not going to get an assist. And let's see here. Blasting game's not going to get. Who got the put out? Guess it was a blasting game. I guess I can't change that. Okay. And how about on the bases? So we'll go back here and get Frank Bowen. We'll get rid of the caught stealing. Let's see here. Get rid of his caught stealing. Make out a 0. And there we go. That was way too hard, folks. Way too hard. But we got runner on second now. 1 out. Braves lead 1-0. Sorry about that again, Tim and Robert. Here we go. Now, we got Henry, Hank Aaron up with 1 out. Eddie Matthews on at second. And that ball is hit down the third. And he looks to runner back. Freeze does. Fires over the first. 2 down. Yeah, I don't understand that, Tim, with the errors. Not being able to get thrown out on an air. I guess they're assuming the air, everybody's safe on the air, but yeah. Oh, well, it's taken care of. Here's the pitch to Joe Adcock now, and we didn't hold Matthews up because I ain't paying attention. I'm all flustered. Gotta go back and hold Matthews up. Runner on the second, not a third. Alrighty. And now Joe Adcock's up with a runner on at second. And he drives that ball in the right field, and Matthews is going to score from second. And all of a sudden now the Braves got a 2-run lead here. They're not done in the first. Yeah, exactly, Tim. Yep. Now you got Joe Adcock on at first. And Mark's a heck of a guy. I mean, the guy that designed this, but yeah, I'm sure if I say something to him, he'll try to fix it. So here's Frank Thomas up now, scores 2-0 with a runner on at first, and Joe Adcock to pitch to Frank, and that's popped up. And Zimmerman's got room back there in foul territory. He throws off the mask, and that'll be it. But the error cost the Reds, and the Braves score 2. We go to the bottom of the first, and we got Eddie Casco, Blasingame, and Penson due up here for the Reds. Here's the pitch to Eddie, and that is a line drive right back to Carl. Carl makes the play, 1 down. And here's Don Blasingame up now for the Reds. He pops that ball up, and Joe Torres throws off the mask near the backstop, and that's 2 down. Brings up Vada Penson up now, and he strokes that ball into right field for a base hit. Turned on that one, folks. And the Reds are in business here with 2 outs for Mr. Frank Robinson, who threw out Frank Bolin and started all that mess there in the top of the first. And here's the pitch to Frank. And that ball is hit down the third. Matthews up with it, fires over the first, and gets Frank. So the Reds leave 1 on. We go to the top of the second. It's 2-0 Braves. We got Torrey, McMillan, and Wiley due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And now we got Mack up. And that's going to be a high fly ball in the center field. Penson's got that. 2 down. And here's Mr. Wiley up now. Can he do some damage? And that's a swing and a miss. So the Braves go down in order in the second. Purkey settled down here after that first inning, and now due up for the Reds in the second is Lynch, Coleman, and Freeze. Yeah, exactly, Tim. Yeah. Oh, Eddie was busy the last game, wasn't he, against the Reds? Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that ball is hit in the right field. Lee May's got room out there. He makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Jerry Coleman, or Gordy Coleman, rather. He hits that ball down the second. Frank's got it. He fires over to Joe Adcock. 2 down. And Mr. Gene Freeze is up now. And he laces that ball in the left field for a base hit. So again, the Reds get a runner on with 2 outs. I'll bring up Zimmerman here. And he hits that ball down to Matthews. He goes the short way this time. Over the Frank covering second. And that's your inning. And again, the Reds leave 1 on. We get to the top of the third. We got the top of the order due up here for the Braves, May, Bolin, and Matthews. Here's the pitch to Lee May. May's 1 for 1. He singled and scored in the first. And he hits that ball in the left field. Lynch has got that. 1 down. Brings up Frank Bolin now. Frank's 1 for 1. He singled in the first and got thrown out at third. And he's going to single again here in this third inning here. And he hits that ball in the right field, goes the other way. So again, Frank's on. Brings up Matthews now with 1 out and a runner on at first. And Eddie reached on that error in the first inning. See what he does here in the third. He drives that ball down the third Freeze has got it. Frank makes his way down the second. He's going to go the hard way. Freezes across the diamond, and that's going to put bowling on at second for Mr. Hammer and Hank Aaron. And I think Purkey's going to intentionally walk Henry. We'll put him on at first. 2 outs. He'd rather face old Mr. Joe Adcock here. Have a force play at every base. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that ball is lifted in the left field. Lynch has got it. He makes the catch. And the Braves strand 2. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Milwaukee Braves 2, Cincinnati Reds nothing. We got Purkey due up. Casco and blasting game for the Reds. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that ball is lifted in the right field. Easy play made, comes in on it and makes the catch. 1 out. Here comes Eddie Casco. Eddie's 0 for 1, lined out the pitcher's first time up. And that ball is popped up the third. Matthews has got that, Tim. That's 2 down. Here comes Mr. Blasting game up now. And he's 0 for 1. He popped up to the catcher's first time up. And he lines that ball right back to Carl. That's a 1-2-3 inning. So this time the Reds don't get a runner on it first with 2 outs. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Braves: Thomas, Torrey, and McMillan. Here's the pitch to Frank. Frank gets a hold of this, drives that ball off the wall in right center field. Henson comes over and fires it in, but Thomas has got himself a stand-up double. That ball was rocketed. Here comes Joe Torre up now with a runner in scoring position. See if he can get him in here. And that's a high fly out to short. Casco calls everybody off. That ball's up there forever. That ball wouldn't have been hit out of a phone booth for a home run. Brings up McMillan. See what Mack can do here with 1 out. He hits that ball back to the pitcher, and his only play is going to be the first. Frank's going to make it down the third. 2 outs. And that brings up the Carl Wiley. See if he can help his own cause here and drive Frank in with a 2-out base hit. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Braves leave a runner on at third. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 2-0 Braves. Got the heart of the lineup due up here for the Reds: Pinson, Robinson, and Lynch. Here's the pitch to Veda. And that's a high fly ball to right field. Mays got it. 1 down. Here's Mr. Frank Robinson again. Frank's 0 for 1. He grounded out to third his first time up. And he's going to single in the left this time. He gets on with a base hit. First time the Reds have had a runner on at first with less than 2 outs. That brings up Jerry Lynch here. Here's the pitch to Lynch. Lynch is 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up. And he's going to hit that ball in the center field. Robinson's going to stop at second. Aaron gets the ball in quickly. So the Reds are making some noise here in the fourth. We got first and second. And only 1 out for Gordon Coleman. See if the Braves can turn 2 here. And I don't think so. That ball is hit in the left field right over shortstop's head. And Robinson's going to score from second. Lynch is going to stop at second. still got first and second. The Reds cut the lead in half. That'll bring up Gene Freeze now with Lynch on at second, Coleman at first. Here's the pitch to Gene. And that's what the doctor ordered. That ball's hit down to Frank Bowen. He fires over the Mac. Fires over to Adcock. 4-6-3 double play. Braves get out of it with only one run scoring as we go to the top of the fifth. It's Milwaukee 2 and the Reds 1. We got the top of the order due up here for the Braves. May, Bowen, and Matthews. Here's the pitch to Lee May. And he hits that ball down the third. Freezes up with it. He fires over the first. Coleman's got it. One down. Here's Frank Bowen. Frank's 2 for 2. He singled both times up. See if he can keep this good game going. And they walk Frank. I don't know what they're thinking. Why would you want to put Frank on to face Matthews here? Sure. I know he's just got 2 singles. I wouldn't have pitched that close to him. Here's the pitch to Eddie. And he pops this up behind home plate. And Zimmerman puts that ball in the glove. 2 outs now for Henry Hank Aaron. And Hank's 0 for 1. They intentionally walked him a second time up. And he pops this ball up in foul territory. And again, Zimmerman's going after it. And that's the 3rd out of the inning, folks. Braves leave Frank Allen at first. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 2-1 Braves. We got Zimmerman, Purkey, and then Casco due up here for the Reds. Here's the pitch to Zimmer. And he gets a hold of this ball and laces it in the right field for a base hit. Got the lead runner on here. Purkey, he's a pretty darn good hitting pitcher. He's hitting 120 on the year. I think we're still going to have him sacrifice. Still going to have him sacrifice. He's not a bad hitting pitcher, but try to get that tying run in scoring position. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And that ball's bunted down the first. Zimmerman's going to make his way down the second. And we got a runner on at second now for Casco. 1 out. See what Eddie can do here. He's 0 for 2. He's lined out and popped up to third. And he hits that ball in the left field. Is that deep enough to get Zimmerman over? I doubt it. You got catcher speed out there. No. Thompson comes in on that ball, fires it in. Old Zimmerman at second. Now you got 2 outs for Don Blasingame. It takes a 2-out hit to get old Zimmy in. That's going to be ball 4. Blasingame trots on down the first. Now we got first and second. 2 outs for Penson. Zimmerman on at second. Blasingame on at first. And that ball is driven in the right field. That ball is deep. That ball is back. But just enough room in this park to hold it. Lee May makes the catch at the wall. The Reds leave 2. We go to the top of the 6th. Milwaukee Braves 2. Cincinnati Reds 1. We got Adcock, Thomas, and Torrey due up here for the Braves in the 6th. Here's the pitch to Joe. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He's going to hit that ball down the short. Eddie's got it. He fires over to Coleman. 1 down. There's Frank Thomas up now. Frank's 1 for 2. He's popped up and he's doubled. And that ball's left it in the left field. And Lynch has got it. So that's a quick 2 ounce, both fly ball ounce. Here's Joe Torrey up now. Joe's over 2. He struck out and popped up the short. And he hits that ball in the center field. So they gave every outfielder a chance to make a play, and they did. 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. Go to the bottom of the 6th. You got Frank Robinson, Lynch, and Coleman due up here for the Reds. Here's the pitch to Frank. And he hits that ball down to Matthews. He fires over to first. 1 out. Jerry Lynch is up now. Jerry's 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. And he hits that ball into left field. And Frank Thomas comes in on that. Makes the catch. 2 outs. And here's the pitch to Mr. Gordon. That ball is popped up to third. Matthews calls everybody off. And that's a 1, 2, 3 inning for Carl. We go to the 7th inning, folks. It's a 2-1 ball game. The Braves are in the lead. We got the bottom part of the order due up. McMillan, Wiley, and then May. Here's the pitch to McMillan. And he swings and misses. What about that reminds you of a Linda Ronstadt? That was a blue bayou, folks. Here's Carl up now. We're going to let him hit here. He's pitching a heck of a game. And he swings and misses. Strike 3. And Purkey strike out the side here. Lee's going to try to get this ball into play. He's 1 for 3. Singled, flew out, and grounded out. And he does put this ball into play. He drives that ball into right field, goes the other way with it. May's on it first now. 2 outs for Frank Bowen. Frank's 2 for 2. He's walked once and singled his other 2 times. Let's see if he can keep this perfect game going. He singles in the left. Oh, no, there's 2 outs. No, he hits that ball down the third with 2 outs. And Freeze got it. He fires over to first. And that'll end the inning. So we go to the 7th inning stretch. With your score, Braves 2, Reds 1. We got Freeze, Zimmerman, and we'll have a pitch hitter for Purkey here in the 7th. Here's the pitch to Gene. And that is a swing and a miss. Have a seat, Mr. Freeze. Here comes Zimmerman up now. And that ball is popped up to third. Matthews has got it. 2 down here in the 7th. We'll have a pitch hitter here. He's going to come in here to pitch hit. I think Gus Bell's going to come in here and pitch hit for Purkey. His young son, Buddy Bell's in the dugout watching the game. He thinks he's going to play for the Texas Rangers one day, a team that don't even exist yet, he said. And here's the pitch to Gus. And Gus hits that ball down the third. Easy play for Matthews. He fires across the diamond to Adcock. 1, 2, 3 goes the Reds. Now who's going to come in here and pitch for the Reds? We got Matthews, a lefty, Aaron, and then 2 righties due up. Let's see here. Are we going to bring in the hook? Or are we going to bring in Bronson? When was the last time Bronson pitched? I think we're going to bring in the hook, the lefty here to face Matthews. Mr. Hook is coming in the game. J. Hook. Like I say, he'll be facing Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock here in the 8th inning. Here's the pitch to Eddie. And he says that didn't bother him a bit. He drives that ball into the gap. It rolls to the wall in right field. And Eddie Matthews has got himself a double here, folks. Not what the Reds are looking at when bringing in that lefty. Yes, it is a real close game, Tim. And now, what do we do here? Do we put old Aaron on? I think we intentionally walk Aaron again, set up the double play. Joe's not very fleet-footed. That's what they're going to do. They're going to walk Aaron. That'll make first and second. Nobody out for Joe Adcock. So let's see if Joe can make him pay this time. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he swings and misses. Strike 3. That's a big first out here for the Hook. Brings up Frank Thompson. Again, another good possibility of a double play. Frank's not very fleet-footed. He's 1 for 3. He's doubled in the 4th. Let's see what he can do here in the 8th. And that ball is lifted in the right field. Is that deep enough to get Matthews over to third? Yes, it is. We got first and third now with 2 outs. Mr. Joe Torrey. Let's see if Joe can be the hero here and add to this lead and give Carl a little breathing room here. He needs a 2-out base hit. And that's exactly what he delivers here, folks, is a 2-out base hit off to the Hook. And Aaron's going to find himself on down the third here. That ball was hit in the right field. We still got first and third. 2 outs now for Mac. Old Roy McMillan. Roy's 0 for 3. Let's see if he can get off the snide here and make this a 4-1 game at least. Here's the pitch to Mac. And he walks Mac, and that's going to be it for the Hook. Coming out to get him. And we're going to have a pitch hitter here for Wiley, I think. Trying to bust this game open here Let's see who the Braves are going to pitch hit first. And I think they're going to bring in Al Spangler to pitch hit. The lefty's going to come in here. It's got the Reds thinking because I don't think they got another lefty in the bullpen. Yeah, they do. They got old Jim Bridges. Well, it's actually Marshall Bridges, and that's who they're going to bring in here. Have old Al come in here. And then the Reds will bring in Bridges here to face Spangler with the bases juiced. Says old Marshall's a little tired here. He's had a day off. We're bringing him in. Old Marshall's coming in here. Short outing by the hook. All right, bases juice for Al Spangler. Let's see what happens here. And believe it or not, folks, Bridges just walked in a run. Al takes his base, and it is 4-1, and he didn't even have to swing the bat, folks. Now you got Lee May up, another lefty. And that's a swing and a miss. The Reds finally get out of the inning, but the Braves score 2 more and make this a 4-1 ball game as we go to the 8th. And he's going to come on here to pitch for the Braves here. You got the top of the order due up righty and 2 lefties. Braves ain't got a lefty in the bullpen, I don't think. No, they don't. So let's see what righty they're going to bring in here. I think they're going to bring in Raymond here. He hasn't pitched in a while. So, old Clyde's coming in to pitch here in the 8th. Like I say, he'll be placed in the top of the order. Casco is up first, followed by Blasingame and Penson. Here's the pitch from Raymond. And Eddie gets a hold of this. Reds are fighting back here, and he doubles in the right field. And just like that, the Reds got a runner in scoring position here in the 8th. Here's Blasingame up now. And that's a swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout by Raymond. 1 down here in the 8th. Veda up now with Eddie on at second. That ball's hit down to Frank at second. Fires over to first. Eddie will make his way down to third with 2 outs now for Frank Robinson. Can Frank drive in this run with a 2-out base hit? Here we go. And he does more than that, folks. That ball is deep. That ball is far. That ball is going over the left field fence. Home run, Frank Robinson. And just like that, folks, it's a 4-3 ball game. That brings up Mr. Lynch. 2 outs, nobody on now. How big was those 2 runs in the top of the 8th? Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that ball is fouled off. Strike 1. And he lifts that ball in the left field. And that'll be out number 3. But the Reds scored 2 on the Frank Robinson home run. We go to the 9th inning, folks. Your score, Milwaukee 4, Cincinnati 3. We got Bowen, Matthews, and Aaron due up here against Mr. Bridges. And Bridges might only pitch to Matthews, and they might take him out. What's he due up? He's due up 4th in the 9th. Here's the pitch to Frank. And Frank laces that ball into left field with a base hit. Frank's aboard. He's having a heck of a game. He's 3 for 4 with a walk. That brings up Mr. Matthews here. And like I say, Bronson's warming up in the bullpen for the Reds. I think this is going to be the last batter for Bridges. Here's the pitch to Eddie. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Matthews goes down. And that brings up Mr. Hank Aaron. Like I say, they're going to bring in a righty to face Hank. So 2 outs. Frank on at first. And here's the pitch to Mr. Henry Aaron. Can he open this game back up and give the Braves a little wiggle room? And that's a no. That ball is hit down the short. He'll go the easy way to second. Now to win the inning, they leave Frank stranded at first. You go to the bottom of the ninth. Milwaukee Braves 4, Cincinnati Reds 3. That should have been 3 outs, wasn't it? Well, what did I mess here? Frank got on. I'm sorry, that's only 2 outs. Yeah, Frank was so he still ain't out of this inning yet. Sorry about that, folks. I was thinking like it was the top of the order let off. Lee May made the last out. Here's Joe Adcock. And now that's the 3rd out. He pops that ball up behind home plate. And now we go to the 9th inning. You got Coleman, Freeze, and Zimmerman due up here. And let's see here. Are they going to let Raymond finish this game out? Or are they going to bring in Don? I think they're going to bring in Don. Let him close this game out. Bring in the big boy. Alrighty, here we go. Don's in the game trying to get his, I think this will be his 11th save. Let's take a look here. Yep, going for his 11th save on the year. Here's the pitch to Coleman. And that ball is hit down the second. Frank's got it. Fires over to Adcock. 1 out. Here's Gene Freeze up now. And that's what I was afraid of. Don's known to do this. Make games interesting. There's a walk to Freeze. That brings up Zimmerman now. Here's the pitch to Zimmerman. Can they get the double play? And just what the doctor ordered. That ball's hit down the hit down the Roy. That's short. Over the Frank, over to Joe, 6-4-3 double play. The Braves win this one, folks. The Braves win. Let's take a look at the box score. Great pitching game here. Dave Little comes in and says, "Let's go Reds," right at the end. Sorry, Dave. Double play did him in. Let's take a look at the box score here. The Braves 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Reds 3 runs on 8 hits, and that error was a costly error in that first inning. Frank Bolin, a heck of a game. 3 for 4 and walked. Had himself a great game, that's for sure. Nobody for the Big Reds. Well, Frank Robinson had that 2 for 4 with that home run, drove in 2 runs. Like I say, Wiley pitched 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, gave up 1 run, walked 1, struck out 1. Raymond came in and pitched an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, and struck out 1, and gave up that big home run to Frank. And McMahon come in and pitched 1 inning, walked 1, and got the save. Purkey, 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 unearned runs, walked 2, struck out 5. Like I say, that error. Who was that error? Oh, that was on Eddie Casco. That was a big error. Hook came in, 2 hits, and then he pitched 2/3 of an innings, gave up 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 1. Bridges came in, gave up 1 hit, walked 1, struck out 2, and then Bronson came in and pitched 2/3 of an inning. And that's all she wrote, folks. Let's do some fast play here. Let's travel to LA and watch the Pirates take on the Dodgers. Yeah, crowd noise is nice, ain't it, Dave? And the Pirates go to LA and squeak out a game against the Dodgers. Look at that, 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. And the Dodgers 2 runs on 5 hits. Now we stay out in California, and the other PA teams out in California. You got the Phils taking on the Giants out in San Francisco. And the Giants win. The Phillies 3 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. The Giants 5 runs on 10 hits and an error. Now we go to St. Louis and watch this big rivalry game. You got the Cubbies traveling down, take on the Cardinals. No love lost here. And the Cubbies come to town and take a win. Close game, 7-6. Let's see what the star is here. Banks drove in all but 1 run. Ernie Banks, heck of a game. 6 RBIs. Cubs, 7 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Cardinals, 6 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Ernie was 2 for 5 with 2 home runs. Let's take a look at the scorecard here. Ernie says, man, he felt good enough to play 2. 3-run homer and another 3-run homer, and the 6th and the 3rd. Sure. Great game by Mr. Cub. And they're playing a doubleheader. See if the Cardinals can split this doubleheader here, folks. Here's game number 2 in St. Louis. And the Cardinals split the doubleheader. The Cubs 7 runs again on 9 hits and an error, but this time the Cardinals 9 runs on 16 hits and 3 errors. Let's take a look at the standings here after June 6th, the dark of the moon on the 6th of June. See what the rubber duck thinks of this. The Braves are 2 games up on the Cardinals and the Cubs. The Reds fall to 4th, 2.5 games back now. The G-Men, the Giants, are 5.5 games back. The Pirates are 7 games back. Dodgers are 8 games back, and the Phillies are 9 games back. So this is a tight race here in the National League. Everybody's still pretty much in it. Phillies, maybe not, but somebody gets on a run here, they can get back in this. I want to thank Dave Little. Check out his channel. Dave does a lot of Felsinger wrestling on there. And Tim for stopping by. And Bob, I want to thank. Oh, I didn't see John Wise was in here. Sorry, John. Didn't see you. That was probably when I was having all that problems. I want to thank Bob and Tim for sticking around while I was going through the problems there with that error. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. When you're way out of Cincinnati, Ohio, hit that like button and leave some comments. Like I say, check out Dave Little's channel. Y'all have a great evening. Y'all take care. You too, Tim.